In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. I was sitting in the office of an assistant commissioner when an, a senior citizen came there. It was not his first visit. He was visiting that office in connection with a problem he was facing, a kind of trouble. Certain people committed abuses, snatched either his property or something else. I witnessed something which was not so pleasant. I don't know the details of the problem of this elderly man, but I heard Assistant Commissioner speaking to him that your sons have done this thing to you. The way he said, and unnecessarily did he say this thing, I noticed that this old man felt ashamed and felt pain as well. I wondered, this man who is an assistant commissioner, who has passed and taken the position in the CSS exams, the Superior Services of Pakistan exam, and he is acting here. He said something which was quite an unnecessary thing, and it did hurt this old man. I wondered, he should not have said this thing, since he is a very educated person. Rather, I should say that he is amongst the most educated people in Pakistan. But as far as conversation with this elderly citizen was concerned, it did not exhibit the kind of intelligence, being intelligent or being very wise, very learned person. Not at all, not an iota of that. Another case, I see I have seen a YouTube channel few times, watched few videos of this channel. A man roaming on the streets of Lahore. I found him asking very stupid questions to the people who are already in trouble, to the people who are suffering. This man was asking a very stupid questions from those people, questions and comments which did hurt those people. Instead of encouraging them, instead of strengthening them, instead of raising their morale and building their willpower, so that they could be able to face the challenges of life in somewhat a brave manner. I think so that if at all someone is unable to say something good, say something encouraging and positive, at least what they should do is that they should not be saying the things which are, they should not be saying the talks, the questions, the comments which hurts other people. This is the sense of responsibility, and this is being an aware citizen, being an aware human being. I have seen this YouTuber asking questions from a 7 8 year old boy that why your father did not send you to school, why are you wearing such a dirty clothes, why are you working. I think these questions, I think, does have a relevance while speaking to the father of him, but asking a questions like this one from a younger child who has been put on the work without his actually without his consent. I think so this needs, if somebody want to appear in front of the people, in front of most of the people, if somebody want to appear on the screen, at least he should be having a bit of knowledge and a bit of sense as well, what sort of questions to be asked from this person, and what sort of questions are not appropriate, while what sort of comments and what sort of questions are appropriate. It is not like you do have to speak regardless of whether it is suitable, sensible, appropriate or not. The people do have to speak, the people do have to ask questions, the people do have to make comments regardless of whether it is okay or sensible or not, but they do so because they are not sensible enough, because they don't know that they shouldn't be hurting the people. If at all they don't have the words of consolation, at least they have no right to hurt the other people. This is not something which is a rocket science. This is not something which is complicated one. Rather, this is something which is relatively simple one, and it should not be made complicated at all. It should not be made complicated at all. This is what I think. Do not make it complicated. It is not complicated. It is not a rocket science, but simply it does demand a bit of awareness, a bit of senses, and somewhat of sense of responsibility. We should be slightly caring. We should be caring as for the emotions, as for the feelings of other people are concerned. We should be somewhat caring. We should not be a harsh person. We should not be a man of thick skin. A thick skinned people, I think they should be avoided. They should not be. They should not be doing the sensitive work. They should not be playing with the feelings of the people. They should not be playing with the emotions of the people. They do not have any right to hurt the people, but it is their responsibility to give a kind of consolation to the people, to give some healing words. The words must be used very sensibly. The words must be healing words. It must not be wounding, and it must not be injuring word, and it must not be refreshing the already inflicted injuries upon the feelings, upon the emotions of someone else. I think so. Our words should have the should be spoken, should be uttered with somewhat of senses, with somewhat of good senses, and with a bit of responsibility, because we have no right to hurt the people, to hurt the feelings of the people. Either we should say something sensible, or it is better to stay quiet. Thank you.